Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZZ Props Week 2. I'm sorry about that little interruption there we had at the beginning. Trying to have too many kids in this damn house, and internet's limited, it looks like. So anyways, welcome. My name is Andrew Zaiser. Alongside me, my father, the PC Principal himself. Big news. The Sports 2.0 network just got informed today by Rodney and Tanner. We have brought on FanDuel as a partner with us. So, link in description. Sign up for FanDuel Sports. That's where we at ZZ Props, that's where we get all of our numbers from. That's where we do all of our betting at. It's a risk-free bet up to $1,000. There's also other promos that me and Dad catch on to all the time. Referring a friend promos, everything like that. So, with that being said, that's huge for the Sports 2.0 company. And without further ado, let's get into what happened. Thank God, guys. The NFL is back. Week 1 in the books. And I'll tell you what, Dad, it was the weekend for the dogs. Just a little bit of stats here. After week 1, tied an opening NFL week record. 9 underdogs. 9 dogs won the game. On top of that, 12 dogs covered the spread, also tying the opening NFL week record. And guess what, guys? That showed up in ZZ Props bets.
No, it was not a good week, son. It was a week where Vegas got rich, that's for sure. A lot of underdogs winning. Public got beat. So Vegas is happy, but we live and we learn. And the important thing is that we learn, when we're gambling. That's one reason me and Andrew didn't lay down a whole bunch of money the first week. We made our units small. We're going to continue to grow with this thing. $20, $10 bets, that's fine. That's a lot better than throwing a lot of money down. But hey, props Vegas, but you know what? We got week 2 coming, baby.
Yes, we do. So here, I'm going to pop up a little link here. This is the results of our live show bets last week. Just goes to show not only us. Now, we didn't know what the hell we were talking about, I guess, week 1. But here you go, guys.
Here's the problem, son. Nobody knew what they was talking about. If you notice, most importantly, we hit that double up. The Andrew and Dad prop doubled up. We put $30 down on that, and we did come out. We doubled our money, almost $60 there. But as you notice, you go down there, 1-8, 1-8. Ouch, that hurts.
Yes. So we have good news, though. If you guys follow me on here and everything, so we did some bets away, like we talked about. This is easy props. So we did some bets, after watching and everything, some in-game stuff, everything like that. We didn't have any Monday night picks. We didn't really have – if I want to watch an NFL game, I at least throw a $5 same-game parlay, something like that, on a game that I don't have any vested interest in, just to make the game more interesting for me. And I try to make a little bit of money. And, this is what happened. Dad did the same thing. We didn't watch the game together. The funny thing is, I came over after my long day of slow pitch softball and baseball, and I came over to Dad's house, watched the afternoon slate with him. I was so depressed with all the losing that went on. I didn't even stay over here and watch the Sunday night game with Dad, which was the Bears and Rams. I ended up just saying, Dad, I'm going home. I'm tired. I'm going home and going to bed. So
he did, and he thought I'd be offended, but I enjoyed the peace and quiet so I could watch the ball game. But for some reason, he thought I'd be offended, but it was all good.
So, anyways, and then I don't even want to get into that Bears-Rams game. So, anyways, then Monday night, we both made some bets. So, I'm going to show you. It was a good Monday night, and it kept us alive. Here is Dad's that he made. Henry Ruggs the third over 38.5, check. Darren Waller over 70.5, check. Derek Carr over 258.5, check, baby. That was a 45.89 payout. Then below that, over 50.5. Thank God. Monday Night Football. This game was looking like the over was not happening. Late third quarter, 2 minutes left, 17-10 ball game. Was not
terrible.
I
sweated it out some the whole time. And just to want to point out one thing, that last bet Andrew's going to point out, that was an over 46.5. I bet that online, in-game, on FanDuel at 46.5, because I thought my 50.5 was going to cover easy. But like Andrew's saying, man, you had to sweat that game out until the total end. They decided to score points in the fourth quarter, and I couldn't have been happier. I was happy, Andrew was happy, and Andrew hit some bets. It was a good Monday night.
Yes, it was. And then I'm going to go down and show a little bit more. So this was me. This was on my account. Boom! That was my second same-game parlay. Thursday night, hit a good one. So, then Monday night, baby. Raiders plus 3.5. Lamar Jackson over 214.5. Derek Carr over 258.5. Darren Waller, anytime touchdown scorer, over 50. After that 24-24 tie, baby, all we needed was that field goal to put it at 51. So I knew that was going to happen. Overtime, as long as it didn't stay a tie. Had to sweat it out a little bit. After, actually, I was fine with the Raiders losing by 3 points. Then they
personal alert. This was Andrew's personal account. This was not on the ZZ Props account.
Yes.
So, Andrew, you know what I think? You keep making this money, you ought to throw some money towards that ZZ Prop account is what I think you ought to do.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Hopefully we keep winning some more. And then this, another big move by me. Raiders in game. I was breaking down, analyzing the game, just like, I think I'm Tony Romo on the broadcast or something. But seriously, from what I saw the Ravens offense stalling coming towards the end of that third quarter.
Personal. That's a personal bet. We want the ZZ Prop bets.
So anyways, I bet plus 4.5. I bet negative 4.5 on the Raiders in that game, which they did come back because of that fluke play where they didn't kick the field goal. They threw that one up to number 7. I forget his name, and they ended up winning by 6 points. So also there. So yeah, that's what we got for that. As far as where we're at. So as far as where we're at money-wise right now, this is what we got. We started with $583.92 in the account. We are actually down below $400 at some point on Sunday, correct? We were down to like 380 or something like that.
That was a bad weekend, son. Yes, it was.
But good news, because of that Monday night slate, we are back up to pretty much breaking even right now. And guess what? We got a fresh start this week, new picks. It's going to be a good one. We've learned some things. So we're at $559.75 right now in the account. We're keeping this dream alive. We're going to see where we're at after this week. So without further ado, Father, I'm going to let you drum roll, please. What is your first bet of the week?
I'm going to go ahead and stop there at the drum roll, son.
Uh-huh.
I want to do a shameless plug for FanDuel. We've let everybody know that we're betting all these bets on FanDuel this year. That's where we're getting our best odds. We're getting what we want. We like what we want. And we also like the in-game parlays. There's a lot of good things going on. And we get some different offers from FanDuel from time to time. And one of those offers I got this weekend was a $50 match bet. $50 match bet. I got that offer. I had to click the opt-in button. I clicked that opt-in button. I went ahead and laid $50 on Notre Dame. I thought they would cover it. They didn't cover it. I thought, my goodness gracious, you're playing a Division I AAA school or whatever they ought to be, and they ended up losing. Well, wait a second.
No, they won.
I know they won, but they lost. Gee,
they should have.
I couldn't believe it.
They should have lost.
I got in game. I got the bet. I was able to put the $50 extra bet in. Thought I'd bet $50, double my money easily. I got it in game at minus 14.5, and guess what? Notre Dame wet the bed.
1-2.
And that's what happens. At least Notre Dame won. They are one of our teams. I love them. FanDuel, thank you for the free $50, because you know what? I wouldn't have placed that bet without you, and you got a free $50 from me, essentially. Thank you very much, FanDuel.
Okay, before we get into the picks, I have to take my medicine. As you guys see, Quentin's J.J. Watt jersey came in the mail. And what did I do last week? I bet against them. I took the Titans. I was confident in the Titans. And guess what, guys? It blew up in my freaking face, and I've been hearing it from them. So this is my punishment tonight. I'm wearing the Cardinals jersey. They looked absolutely phenomenal. The defense was even more impressive than the offense, in my opinion. Pay that man. Are you kidding me? How many sacks he ended up with? 5 sacks?
Yeah. Yes, he
pay
did.
that man. You bring in this guy, which I like this guy, but you got a guy in, what's his name? Chandler Jones, correct? Chandler Jones that's been faithful to this organization, and you need to pay that man. 5 sacks. If that ain't gonna get you paid, come on to Chicago.
What I thought he was worth. They got whatever they paid. Yeah. They got their money's worth this last weekend out of 5.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can re-sign him now next year, but we'll see. But hey, they got him locked in this year. That's all that matters. Between him and J.J. Watt on that front line, man, it's going to be a tough go. Put those guys on the front lines. J.J. Watt's not quite as old as everybody thinks. Go J.J. Watt.
All right. So now all the formalities are out of the way. Dad, like I said, just a quick reminder. I will remind for new listeners on this show, we are sticking with this week because we're pretty much at the same point. 1 unit equals $20, half unit $10. We each have 3 units to play with. If we want to break those up into half unit bets to utilize those 3 units, we can do that. So I'm going to let Dad kick it off like he did last week, and let's see what you got.
Let me bring out my handy dandy sheets I've got here, printed fresh off of FanDuel. The odds, about probably 2 hours ago. I imagine they've probably not switched much. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my half unit bets. My half unit bets this week. Another trick you can do inside these online gambling sites is, you get in there and you adjust the point a little bit. So first one that I've got here is the Los Angeles Rams are coming in at minus 3.5 currently. What I wanted to do is I wanted a little bit better odds through the casinos. So I went ahead and I bumped that up to minus 5.5. Minus 5.5 for the Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts, giving us a payout of plus 100, which will essentially double our money. Once again, low bets here. I'm doing $10. That'd be a half unit bet off of what we've been based it off of. And I'm doing minus 5.5. Currently, you could get it at minus 3.5, minus 120 at FanDuel, but I'm at minus 5.5, $10 bet. Put it in.
Okay. So I'm going to play this because I had the same bet. But I don't have the adjusted points. But you know what? I like it a lot. So I'm going to adjust to Dad's odd with my full unit because I have the Rams. I really like this pick. The Rams looked great against, well, it's the Bears, but whatever. They looked phenomenal. So anyways, let's do it. We did this last week. Ended up doubling our money with that Seahawks game. So I like it, baby. I'm locking it in. LA Rams, 1 unit. You got that a half unit?
You got a half unit.
Another $30 bet on this one. That is the ZZ double of the week right now. Maybe we got some more. Let's see.
Because honest to goodness, ladies and gentlemen, me and Andrew do not discuss our bets before this podcast. That way it makes it for a little bit of impromptu.
Right, so that's
So
all right.
We're back now. We'll be locking that in at a $30 bet at plus 100. So if we win it, we double up our money at $60. We'll go ahead and lock that in. Andrew's good with the minus 5.5 bets. Rams at the Colts.
All right. So that wasn't my first pick, but go ahead with your next because that takes.
I'm going to go with my next. Once again, I'm going to go with another one of my half unit bets that I've got locked in for right now, and that half bet unit is going to be, drum roll please, once again I decided to mess with the odds a little bit and I bumped it up from minus 3.5 to minus 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and lock in the New Orleans Saints at negative 5.5 points on FanDuel for plus 105 odds for a double up of a $10.50 payout. So $10 bet, minus 5.5 for the New Orleans Saints, plus 105 odds. New Orleans Saints minus 505 is the bet.
Just speaking on the Saints though, just a little side talk here. That was one that Dad lost last week. We had that little back and forth about. I kind of said I didn't know if the Packers were going to be ready or not with all this. And it looks like Rodgers might be trying to get paid somewhere else, is what I'm saying. Not get paid. He wants to leave. It seems like. I don't know if he pulled Adam Sandler and longest yard Paul Cruz, shaving some points, get out of town or what. But yeah, but no, I really was impressed with Jameis Winston last week. So I like that pick. That is a good pick, and we're gonna see. Hopefully, Michael Thomas gets off that PUP list sometime, and they could be a force to be reckoned with that. They got a hell of a defense, too. But good pick, Dad. I like that.
And live odds last was minus 3.5, but bump it to minus 5.5 for a little bit bigger payout. Thank you very much, FanDuel.
All right. So I'm going to go with my next one. I'm going with my boy, Derek Carr. There's a lot of questions coming in this year on two teams. Two teams nobody was too sure about, one being the Raiders, the other being the Steelers. Now, the Steelers showed out last week. I had them on my money line parlay that didn't end up hitting. I had them money line against the Bills. And, I believe the stat was 88% of the time when an NFL team blocks a punt in the game, they win the game. Just a random stat I heard on the radio. Points. The Steelers are favored at negative 5.5 going into this game. And I really like what Derek Carr did last week, man. I'm riding this new stadium. I know it's at Pittsburgh, but 5.5 is a lot of points. I'm going a full unit bet on the Raiders covering that. I could see this coming down to a field goal game. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to win this game, but I really think 5.5 points is a lot from a team that showed out last week with my boy Darren Waller as well. What do you think about that pick?
Well, son, I've got that marked on my sheet here as a possible bet for me. And when I was eyeballing it at first when I was going through it, I had it down as a full unit bet, as a $20 bet. I backed off of it just because I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. I mean, are the Raiders for real? They're on the road. They're going to the Steelers. We know that the Pittsburgh Steelers fandom is something else. There's going to be a true home advantage there with the fans backpacking the stadium. You got the Raiders. I've been listening to some podcasts. I do some research for this type of stuff, and a lot of people, are the Raiders disciplined? Are they going to be able to go from the late primetime game to going to Pittsburgh and make it come through? I don't know. I decided at the end of the day, I was in a full unit, and I decided I'm going to steer clear of it. So I don't mind the bet, but to be honest with you, son, I was on the other side of that bet. I had the Steelers -5.5.
Well, all right, we're locking it in. Full unit I got on that.
Locking it in.
All right.
Raiders we go.
All right, go ahead, Dad, with your next pick.
My next pick, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go to some full units now. I've got some full unit bets. Once again, our full unit is just $20. Nothing too special. And the first one I'll throw out there is I'm locking in, already put the money down, full unit on the San Francisco 49ers at -3.5 is what I've got it locked in at -3.5. Going against Philadelphia Eagles, not a whole lot to say there. I'm not sold on the Eagles. I'm not sold on the Eagles. The Eagles have provided me some very bad memories in my NFL fandom, especially my Chicago Bear fandom. I will cheer against them until I'm probably 6 feet underground. I'm going with the Niners. -3.5. Man, they looked good. I know they had some injuries in week 1. I think they're going to pull through. Mixing the quarterbacks in a little bit here and there. Maybe that'll work out. I'm not sold on the Eagles. Yes, their front line is great, blah, 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 blah. But they're going to go against a real coach, a real team coming from the West Coast. Goodbye, Eagles. I would like to see it probably at about 10, but I'm laying a full unit -3.5. Go Niners.
I saw this line and I went went running for the hills on this. You're going to get burned twice by the Eagles in 2 weeks. Oh, my God. If that happens, I got a Deshaun Jackson Eagles jersey. So if Dad loses this bet, he's going to agree to put on the Eagles jersey.
I will wear that darn thing. I thing, but no, that is.
I don't know
enough. Nick Foles happened in Philadelphia, and
I do not know enough about either of these two teams based off their performances last week. 49ers look good, but then that defense goddamn Jared Goff and the freaking Detroit Lions come all the way back and make that a Okay, there we're back. So anyways, I'm done with my rant on that. I will go on to my next pick then. My next pick on this one right here, I'm kind of doing what Dad did. I went in and looked at the alternate spreads. I changed the spread on this because another thing, I know how I was all on Cleveland Browns and the money line. Like that was my hot pick of the week. And it was looking real damn good all the way until their punter can't catch the goddamn ball and kick the ball. We were that close to winning that bet, okay? But anyways, Kansas City, you look good. You're great, okay? Who I wasn't impressed with was the Baltimore Ravens. So they had this line, I believe, at -3.5 only in favor of the Sunday Night Football game next week. -3.5 against the Chiefs, who look great, against the Baltimore Ravens, who look sloppy. I went ahead and adjusted this. I'm taking this a full touchdown, -6.5 Chiefs, half unit bet on this. I'm going to go ahead and say the Chiefs. I was even looking at raising it more than that because I don't think the game will be that close. And I think the Chiefs will at least win by 1 touchdown. So that is my half unit first one of the week. And I have one more left. And then, Dad, you have a full unit bet left?
Yeah, and I won't talk much on that game, but I will just throw it out there that I didn't have a bet on that game. It's a toss-up, but I was leaning the other way of Andrew. I had the Ravens at +3.5. Just kidding. The Chiefs, they got their magic, but I don't know. The Ravens, can they do what they're going to do? They're at home, going to have another big crowd. I'm buying it on the home field advantage. The fans are back. That's making a huge difference. It's making a difference in the games. If you watched them over college and watched them over the NFL, it's causing problems, man. It's a different world this year. But Andrew, I can't shy away from your bet either. So that's why I didn't put any money on that. I leaned towards that. And my last bet of the week, my last unit bet of the week is going to be a team I'm not the biggest fan of, but dang, they were fun to watch in week 1. I'm going to lock in the Dallas Cowboys at plus 3.5. They are underdogs going to LA. They're both same type of climates. It's warm no matter what time you're going to play. LA snuck one out against the Washington football team last week. Washington football team lost the beard, lost Fitzpatrick, and things didn't quite work out the way I wanted them to. So let's go ahead and we're going to go with Dallas on the road, plus 3.5, $20, locking it in. I would not shy away from the money line either, but let's go Cowboys. Prescott was actually pretty impressive last week, and they had some injuries, but not ones that are going to affect the way he plays the game.
If he just said that, he has been a Dak hater for a long time. So that's kind of shocking that he said that. I watched that game with him last week, and that's what I kept saying to him after the game. I said, Dak is legit. I even was talking to Dad before the season. I said, all right, we're back. Quentin, get off the Wi-Fi if you're on the Wi-Fi.
Put the VR up, son. VR is done. Get off the YouTube. Watch the regular television if you can.
So,
I'm sorry, folks.
all right. I'm so sorry, guys. This is annoying. I don't know what's going on. But anyways.
We're going to quit apologizing. We're going to finish up the show is what we're going to do, son.
All right. So anyways, I'm just going to get to it. I'm not going to go into much diving into this one. I can't believe that the Chicago Bears are favored against Cincinnati Bengals. Give me the Bengals half unit money line at home against Chicago. And if the Bears win, good. But that's what I got for my last half unit.
What?
Yep.
Did I just hear that right?
Cincinnati Bengals money line.
All right. What?
Yep. That seemed like free money to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not speechless very often, but okay. We're going to go ahead and okay. I don't know what else to say, but you know what? I thought I was the one that was in charge of the Bears pick of the week, and it's not picking against the Bears. It's picking for the Bears. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and release my Bears pick of the week because every week, no matter what, we're going to have a Bears pick of the week, whether it be a player prop, it be a score, it be an over, it be an under, it be a winner, it be a loser. He just said the Bears. I can't even say it. I can't even say it, folks. Here's my bet. I'm trying to be, positive.
If Justin Fields plays, then we're going to win. But Andy Dalton.
Unbelievable. Anyhow, here's my bet of the week. Chicago Bears, it ain't a winner. It ain't a loser. Does that say that right? It says Bengals money line down there, right?
That's right.
All right, boy.
Hey, I'll be happy if I lose $10.
Chicago Bears, my bet of the week for the Chicago Bears is over 23.5 points. Home team, the Chicago Bears are going to score more than 23.5 points. Ain't calling a winner, ain't calling a loser. But I think, honestly, the offense looked halfway decent. David Montgomery is going to be able to run against these guys. He just ran against the LA Rams. The Red Rocket, maybe he'll actually throw a touchdown this week. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll plug in Justin Fields, run an end around or a flea flicker. Who knows what Matt Nagy decides to do. But I am not going to bet against my Bears, but I do think the offense actually showed, a little bit of promise. Defense, they were prime suspects for practicing social distancing this past weekend. That's for sure, because those touchdowns they gave up, those big plays, we stopped those big plays. We're going to be in the money. We're going to be fine. We'll be a playoff team once again. I am not giving up on my Chicago Bears. 23.5 points over for the Chicago Bears. I don't know, Andrew, maybe the Bengals will score 27, but I think the Bears will get 24.
And we'll both win our bets because the Bengals are going to beat the Bears. The Bengals look good against the Vikings. Joe Burrow's good. Our defense looked like shit. Our O-line looked like shit. I hope I'm wrong, but if you don't put the better quarterback in the game, we're not going to win. You play to win the game. You got the better quarterback on the bench. You put him in for 3 plays. He goes 2 for 2 passing, almost gets 2 touchdowns. Then he rushes it into the end zone, and then we put that jackass back on the field.
But the Red Rocket looked pretty. He had that orange hair to go with the uniform. It matches into the color scheme. We'll give him a few weeks of playing, and using that natural hair color that he's got, making that uniform look good, and then we'll put in the real deal. We'll start winning some games, but come on, man. The Bengals, come on, man.
Dude, I'm fading my team. I hope if I got to bet against the Bears, if we win next week, I'm going to bet against the Bears every single week. I'm going to do that until we lose. I'm going to bet against the team we're playing, Bears. So Bengals money line, Browns money line, I'm doing it until we lose. So hopefully I'll give $10 away each week if that's what it's going to take for the Bears to win a game. So I'm fine with that. I'm not going to bet on them and then piss me off. So anyways, time for Andrew's dumbass parlay of the week. This week we have the Las Vegas. Here, let me type it out for you real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I have the Raiders money line. All right, I have the Raiders money line as well as the Bills money line, Rams money line, Pats money line, Cowboys money line. That is going to be my parlay of the week. I'm going to pop it up here on the screen for you folks. So that is Andrew's dumbass parlay of the week right here. Raiders, Bills, Rams, Pats, Cowboys, money line. Okay, I think that is going to pay on $5. It's going to pay out like 220, something like that. Whatever. I like these far out ones. I mean, I have 2 upsets on here. I got Cowboys who are the dogs, Raiders who are the dogs. Rams are favorite, Bills are favorite. Pats are favorite. So I don't think this one's too far out of the realm of possibility of happening. I'm backing your Cowboys pick on this one as well on the money line. So that is Andrew's dumbass parlay of the week.
And I don't know much about that bet because it's not a bet that I would make. So I'd have to think that one over. That's completely fine. I do want to give some shout outs though. I know this is not a college betting podcast. I want to give some shout outs for a couple teams to watch. Coastal Carolina saved our rear ends this past week. I hit 3 bets on them. They're a quality team. Iowa, they doubled me up. Iowa's a good team. Iowa State, I think you're a bunch of hound dogs. You ain't nothing. Iowa showed you what's going on for real, what Big Ten football is all about and what college football is all about. That's what I got for the college football. Bad beats this past week. Obviously, Notre Dame and Ohio State down in flames. But you know what? The main point of this show is the NFL. Let's go. These are our bets. Andrew, what do you got?
All right. So speaking of bad beats, I was just going to pop up this bad beat. Personal as well. Personal. Okay, bad beat of the week. I was at Dad's for this one, and Dad can actually comment on this one. He can't get mad about me talking about it. This was last Thursday night. This is what I had, guys. This would have paid out $754 on a $5 bet. Dad thought I was crazy, which guess what? I guess he was right. I lost the $5. Godwin 100-plus yards. Cowboys money line. CeeDee Lamb 100-plus yards. Dak Prescott 325-plus. So Dak, check going into the final drive. CeeDee Lamb, check going into the final drive. Cowboys winning, check going into the final drive. Godwin needed 19 yards for me. And then the push-off happened where he got 24 yards, okay? They're down to the 17-yard line. They're down there, and now all we need is Ryan Suckup to miss that field goal. So I'm screaming, never wanted somebody to miss a field goal so bad in my life. What happens? He makes it. But that's all right because I actually ended up winning this parlay right here on that one that paid me not as much, but still $162. Personal. All right. So, anyways, Dad, did you bring a prop of the week? If you didn't, I had one for the fans.
I did not get a prop of the week. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we don't bet just these bets. There's bets that we had throughout the entire weekend. But across the board, it was a rough weekend. We were under 500. But, in the gambling world, if you can be over 50%, obviously you're winning money. Obviously you're doing well. But if you can hit a 52 to 54 percentile, you're making some money, ladies and gentlemen. But always remember, seriously, gamble responsibly. That's why me and Andrew do the units that we're doing. We're doing $10 and $20 units. We're not putting the rent money up. We're not doing anything like that. But you know what? We're having a heck of a time doing it. And, it's pretty darn fun.
All right, Dad. I have a ZZ prop of the week for us. And I'm going to do it because the only props they released to us on Wednesday night are for tomorrow night's game. Give us a little bit of skin in the game. Just throw $10 on this. It's sitting at plus 1,000 right now. I liked it. I think he could have a good game tomorrow night, him getting to the end zone twice. I actually kind of like the Giants covering that plus 3-2 without them having Fitzmagic there. I think they came off a bad week 1, but they could still knock off the football team. So I'm going to go with this. Give me Saquon Barkley 2 touchdowns tomorrow night, guys. I really like this pick. I think if they get down in the red zone, I don't trust Daniel Jones getting the ball into the end zone. I think he could get a sneaky early touchdown, sneaky late touchdown. This game could be a 24-20 game. But seriously, take a look. This is plus 1,000 right now, sitting on FanDuel Sportsbook. Throw $5-10 on it. You can make $50 to $100. I did this with Darren Waller, also 2 touchdowns. He was close to it, didn't get it. But $5-10 on a prop with these odds, I really like. It could happen. I could see Barkley getting 2 touchdowns tomorrow night.
Son, I think you're crazy. It's not a bet that I would have picked, but I do like the odds at plus 1,000, throwing $10 down once again, just a little bit of a sprinkle. We're not throwing a bunch of money down on that. That could happen, but I just always worry about Saquon Barkley's health. Now, what happens with that bet? I mean, because they weren't even sure if he was going to play. I mean, is he going to play tomorrow?
Yeah, he's active for tomorrow's game.
Okay, well, if he can get 2 touchdowns, and maybe they're playing a lame duck there. He's going to get in there, get 2 touchdowns.
And I believe the odds on Antonio Gibson 2 touchdowns is plus 750. But I just like Barkley 2 touchdowns more than I like Antonio Gibson. I like a little more skin in the game as well.
Well, he's going to have to do something because Daniel Jones ain't doing it. That's for sure.
No, he is not doing it. So, like I said, guys, we're taking this a week at a time. This is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. We can't get rich overnight. We'd like to hit 13-way parlays, on $5, $10 bets, win 10 grand. Doesn't happen like that. I know Rodney Newpole, I think, hit a 9-way parlay last week. Some crazy shit won 3,000. But we all ain't that lucky. So this is just like I said, it's a marathon. It's not going to happen overnight. As far as next week goes, we will keep you updated just like we did. Hopefully we have a little bit better week this week than we did last week. Going to try and get the Wi-Fi figured out. I seriously do apologize for that, guys. But you know what? Thank you so much. I see some of you have tuned in and watched. And I think this has gone good so far, guys. So if you guys have any questions for us, I was going to spread this out. This is our first live show. If next week you want to send us your comment on this video, let us know. Ask us about bets, advice on things. We'd love to interact with you guys more and see what you guys have to tell us. Do you have anything, Dad?
Nope, I don't. Peace out. Happy gambling. See what happens. Be smart about your money. Have fun. Enjoy it. But it's always fun when you have a little skin in the game. I mean, we'll sprinkle a little bit on the college, sprinkle it on the NFL, but enjoy your football weekend. And you know what? I love this time of year.
So do I. This is Andrew Zaiser, PC Principal, signing off. Until next week, guys, thank you so much for watching, all right? This is ZZ